convincing on map number 1. He really brings it back on map number 2. The Valiants, we know he can actually hit a really nice rifling form. This is the time to do it, especially on Mirage. But, I mean, AVANT, can't fault them. We've been talking about how the calling's been good, but we haven't been talking about how good Haz has been. He's really tore it up on Train.
Yeah, he always does pretty well on Train. Keeping it simple, AVANT here, just the smoke for market window, and the flashes over the top into the B side, but there's a 4 stack here for Order.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a good stack from Order as well. AVANT, they've run into the blender. They had no idea. APOC got 1, but I mean, I guess he's just the banana that goes in last and gets mushed up with the watermelon and the strawberry. So that's a great smoothie being put together there by Order.
It's a weird watermelon, strawberry, and banana. What's wrong with you?
I don't know, I just thought of the first 3 fruits that would potentially go into a smoothie. Not that they would necessarily go together.
Oh.
I'm a bit more of like a berry kind of one.
Bananas and berries? That's, now you're talking.
You know Constance doesn't like bananas?
That's unfortunate.
I know.
It's a bit of a weird champ coming from Southeast Asia.
Right.
Not liking bananas.
Oh, that could have been very close.
Yes.
I like the look of it.
Well, the Deagles and the armor out from AVANT in that second round, as always. And you can see Order, they want no BS here. 3 M4s, a FAMAS, an MP9 where it has to be purchased.
Whew. Well, it seems that we've got a bit of a different order coming through here on Mirage. They have not missed a beat at all here in the second map. But look, that's probably to be expected in a round like this. But even considering the pistol, things looked really, really good.
And Valence is just like, he's been anchoring the A site like with you like diligently, and he's just going, I'm just going to push over to A ramp. Oh, he's A ramp, guys. And then Offnu just decides just to wide swing him, just 1Bs him with a Deagle. What do?
You don't. Well, 4 alive, only using the MP9. Don't think anyone's going to be tearing up about that. And AVANT, they will be going on to another save round, so another chance for Order to build up their money on that CT side and get off to a pretty decent start here before the T side can get rolling. This is definitely a map for it. And in the past, AVANT, in different iterations of this roster, I think when Blitz was calling, had some pretty lackluster T-sides on Mirage in some of those grand finals against Renegades. Let's see if APOC, who was one of their more solid performers on this map previously, can have a better calling style on it, because it is their pick.
Valiance is able to at least chime in with the single one, but Astillo's really just playing Overwatch from stairs at the stage. They do actually lose an M4 here. I don't think... Okay, Gyra's in position to retrieve it, so no harm, no foul. In reality, it only means that you have to repurchase maybe an AWP if Alistair decides to go for it. And a rifle for Valiance, who's really got the short end of the stick so far. But a nice quick 3-0 for Order.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good start for Order, and it's looked really convincing for them as well. But we do have to wait and see what we'll get from this first gun round from AVANT before we really start to draw too many conclusions. I will say Order's looking really good, really hot, and they seem to have had a bit of a chat. The one that they sort of needed after Train. But immediately Offnu's going to pick Gyra right at the start of the round in Palace, and all of a sudden you start to think, were those first 3 rounds all that we have been led to believe? A very quick flick from Alistair, but he's not actually going to connect onto Sterling. So AVANT start to take mid control.
Well, a ramp control's been taken by Order here, trying to get a little bit active, but it is spotted out there by Offnu on the lurk, who does go down, and now AVANT only left with this mid control, but with a window smoke and a top con smoke, they're going to be allowed to go up short. They put out that Molotov, they don't want to be waiting, but 2 players rotating through market here for Order in position to defend this short push.
Yeah, they're just half a second too slow. Good shot though, hit by Sterling, keeps it hanging in the balance. Maybe still favouring Order, but now with Noobster having gotten that frag and probably getting the bomb down, well, he's forced away by the incendiary, which is going to be critical in giving some time to Ducillo, who's working through the apps. Sterling's pushed the other extremity and has caught Valiant, so now it's very heavily in the favour of AVANT. What a bloodbath of a round this one has been. Ducillo to try and clutch it out for his team. Spots out Noobster, cops a lot of damage though in that engagement, and in the one-on-one against Sterling, he's going to have to be perfect to win this one, which he's not. And in the end, Sterling just gets that tickle that he needed. 1-3 the scoreline. AVANT to get the first gun round. So for all the gusto that Order came into this map with, maybe that is a house of cards that's starting to come tumbling down.
I mean, 4 and 5, they did really well to fight back, and for me, that was still a 50-50 at the end of the day. If Ricky is able to bring back the A4 spray, which is sometimes a bit tricky to wrangle back after you miss about the 5 or 6 shots that you do need, that's where Noobster goes down, maybe does 1 shot of AK damage. There's a lot of presence now on the B site in Sterling. We know he's phenomenal with the rifle, so I would never have counted him out at that stage, but that would have been a much more favourable scenario from Order than as opposed to a 2-on-2, where Valence was already tagged down and there was a late lurk coming out from Estilo.
Just don't miss, bro. Pretty simple. Double AWP out for Order now, and the run boost in tandem with the flashbang is so perfect, actually. Sterling on the angle does manage to pick off Ricky and only cops the leg in response. Now AVANT trying to pick up the pace towards Con and crunch towards this A-bomb site. Valiance is left on his lonesome with an MP9. What the hell is he going to do? Absolutely nothing. AVANT take the bomb site and end up in a 5-on-3 post plant. I would imagine Order should probably be saving here.
Alsteth posted pretty aggressive in CT, but I think he's going to back out soon, yeah.
I wonder if AVANT is eager to try and chase 1 or 2 of these guns down. Probably not. Given where their money is at the moment, they're more eager to just take a look into T-spawn, clear that out. That's their avenue to retreat from the A-bomb site as that bomb explodes.
Oh, Sterling's on a journey by himself. I don't really like this. He's on 15 HP, so I don't know if he can back out. He needs to throw this molly somewhere. He's actually going to run to top mid. No one's peeking him from Order. That could have been a free AWP.
They're not really to know that it is Sterling on 15 HP that's there. But a bit too close for comfort for Sterling. He's just sort of wandering around at top mid. Won't be punished for it, though. Talk about that pop flash and the run boost. And as you say, Pilski worked out perfectly. Ricky not having a good time there.
It looked fancier from the CT perspective. Yeah. That's what I'll tell you, okay? Because the player on short got full whited and then someone run boosted across his screen. What you didn't see is Sterling was also full white and head butted a box and killed a player who was just doing some KZ. No, perfectly planned.
It's all about perspective.
Beautiful.
Yep, exactly. And
perfect plays.
AVANT picked up the pace into the A-bomb site.
I mean, have they ever stopped picking up the pace?
Well, that's the thing.
Sometimes they wait before they rush. So there's that.
It's looking like it'll be another one of those rounds, though. AVANT's just going to go straight out onto the B-bomb site. There's 3 players there, but the flashes are really good. And Ricky can get nothing done. Noobster, he will drop on the entry.
Dude, Noobster has really been impressing me, and that's another situation where he impresses because like, he's been chucked in so many different roles. AVANT's been, like, running to the B-bomb side. All right, hold on. We'll save that tangent. Alistair's getting rolling here with the AWP.
Well, Offnu surely isn't going to peek him here. A little bit of a shoulder around the corner, maybe, but right now it's Offnu and APOC that are holding quite safely, quite strongly. Alistair could have had a kill there if he continued to hold the line, but suspected maybe another player from short. And that will be his undoing. It was just a game of timing, and Offnu wins this time.
That's experience.
So, like, what I was saying is, like, you've seen Noobster. They've been like, Noobster run in an entry into the B-bomb site. Noobster hold this side of the map on the CT side. Pick up the double AWP. You know, as a stand-in, usually you get a player who's like, okay, if he's a high fragger or something like that, you just put him in his comfort role, or you either kind of just throw him in, you know, the... I don't know what you call them, the bitch rolls. You know, I can't think of a different word for it. And you just go, yeah, good luck, mate, and hope that the rest of the team has a good enough performance to carry you through. He's really kind of been embraced as a part of this team. You know, he's been put in all these different roles. He's filling all these different duties. And every time that I see him, whether he's anchoring a bomb site and buying time, whether he's secondary AWPing and holding some angles, going for repicks at the right time, or he's entering and running into that B side on Mirage and creating space, he's never making the wrong play. He's being chucked in all these different roles, and he's always doing the thing that makes sense in the different situations that he's being put in, and that's not easy to do, you know? It's not easy to be that versatile, just being chucked into a team and going, okay, just do your best.
Ali nearly hit that, but I'll tell you who hit a better shot. Hazza. This goes, your KZ, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll show you what this AD strafing is. Just wide swings at mid.
That's the second bloke who's been B-hopping around mid, just getting absolutely clotheslined for Order in the last couple of rounds. Not what you want to be seeing. Now they're, once again, at a man disadvantage situation. This has kind of been happening quite a few times here for Order, actually. AVANT just pumping the brakes, waiting for the re-aggression before they group up in towards the mid to late round and make something happen.
Just look at how undefended that A-bomb side is at the moment. It's actually really critical. Jara gets the kill there onto Noobster because that just relieves a little bit of the pressure on Order's defense now and gives AVANT some pause for thought. I wonder if they expect APOC to be this far progressed in the apartments, though. Jara is certainly keeping an eye on the window, but there is a world where APOC could actually just creep out.
This is all going to come down to the flashbangs in my mind, is that these flashbangs need to be set up so APOC actually busts out so quick that Gyro doesn't suspect it. But you can see Gyro's actually thinking about backing up a little bit over here. There's the Molotov. Smoke gets deployed, but as I said, APOC actually gets picked up by Ricky. The flashbangs, unfortunately, can't really blind the short player. And this is looking much better from Order on this hold at this stage. That's very clean. After losing Alistair, they don't drop anyone else, and they convert that 4 and 5.
Yeah, very, very nice stuff. And you just saw how that kind of crumbled for AVANT. They do have enough money to buy into this round, though. Both Offnu and Sterling above 6k. Such an important frag for Gyro there. If Noobster gets away with his life, it could have been a completely different round. Smoke comes in a bit late to obscure the vision of Ricky, and he makes short work of those players pushing through apps. Well, we've got a couple of MAC-10s, or a MAC-10 and a UMP, I should say, for AVANT. So, interested to see how those are going to be put to use. If AVANT continues with the same kinds of strategies that they have previously, that being just fast plays into the bomb sites, those two SMGs could definitely do a bit of work. Ricky, though, is ready and waiting, and we spoke about the difficulties of AWPing against a buy like this, but it really won't matter when he's actually connecting shots like that. Now Sterling, the unexpected third man around the corner, is going to trade it back, and Justillo also falls at the same time. That's B open. APOC also catching Gyra. Noobstar gets the timing, but Alistair gets the flick, and all of a sudden it's Sterling in a 1-on-2. He's got the bomb, and he's on the way to A.
Valiance, though, does have the FAMAS, and if it all comes down to timing over here, and I think Valiance will, misses the timing, Ooh. And Sterling, decides to go high up, and that was looking a bit scary indeed, but Valiance holds the angle.
Extra half a second could have been the difference maker. That was the critical round, though, Kevin, as you did see the money reset for whoever was going to lose that round, so heads up, could have gone either way. It was going very back and forth there, but a couple critical kills from both Alistair and Valiance do secure it. Not easy situations to be in. Some of those are, aim duels where the T side is kind of coming at you from a weird position, a weird angle at a certain part in the round, whether you're getting pushed from window or whether someone's running up on the B site and you're thinking about rotating. But Order hold their nerve, come away with those couple of critical kills, and now AVANT's being reset in terms of the money, and the momentum's getting reset a little bit as we're into another pause. If it was Chinese Counter-Strike, I would say VPN issue. Australian Counter-Strike, I would probably say PC or internet.
It's a headset issue, actually.
Okay.
I
didn't even know why.
Reverse your headset.
Guess I'm not an ANZ expert anymore.
So apparently there's one other player that does the same thing, has the sound reversed. I found out.
Oh, there's actually a couple, yeah.
But why?
I don't know. It's like, I wonder if anybody has inverted sound and inverted mouse.
There's like one person has inverted mouse, which is, but apparently uses the mouse normally, according to the interview, where it's just like, but why would you do this?
Yeah.
Are you like the only reason why I can think that you do something like that is like you're a pilot? But I haven't recently recorded any pilots that take the enemy on a trip.
I think if you're a pilot, you probably don't have a professional CSGO career. You're probably just flying planes.
Who knows?
Maybe
Not at this stage. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Right now is a great time to start your professional CSGO career. And for APOC to just fang it up mid, he's just dived in behind a smoke, fired a few shots, and he's going to dive out. Cool and good.
Yeah, look, it's one of these pistol rounds.
Good nade coming out from Jara, who's been doing a pretty fantastic job at anchoring the B site.
See if Order can build themselves up the money. That's the main thing. Because they've already got their hands on these double AWPs. They have pretty much no money in the bank account. So all of the guns that they're losing here are going to be quite hard to replace. Quite expensive for the CT economy to be able to deal with. APOC just scouting out what's happening on the A site. Trying to get a peek and create some rotations. Unfortunately goes down as Alistair has got his teammate covered there. And now comes into the contact for B.
Well, that's going to work out actually not so badly for Avant. They are able to dispatch of Gyro. Not the kind of peak that Ofnu envisioned there when he rounded the corner, but gotta say, Ricky's looking pretty good with the AWP at the moment on this CT side for Order. Still, Sterling's got an M4 in hand, and 4 players to find. Gets the timing onto Alistair, but the spray is a little bit whiffed. Would have been a tough round to win regardless, but certainly could have done some damage to the CT economy that Avant kind of need. Because 4 guns alive there is going to bolster it substantially for Order, and now they're up to 6 rounds, doubled what Avant have put on the board. Avant's going to buy straight back in here though, so we'll get back into the thick of things.
It's a case of 2 rounds. That's all Avant needs to do, honestly, to reset Order's economy. The loss bonus isn't built up at that stage, and they have to concede a 3rd and maybe a 4th from there, and all of a sudden, Mirage becomes even Stevens again. But this is really the chance for Order to pick up their game and kind of accelerate away once again.
Yeah, it depends how well the gun round goes. Into the double AWPs being retained is a different story when you see the T-side has got much better utility. They are doing the 1-3-1. This time around, it's not going to be Noobstar porting over towards those B apartments, but APOC was there and now he goes underpass. So it seems like Avant wants to put quite a bit of pressure and emphasis on middle.
This is the same time we've seen, well, we'll talk about that in a second because there's a big exchange of fire. It's actually gone quite favourably for Order.
That was a really nice mid-take. The mollies into underpass, 2 of them, and then the flash over the top to take some of these duels and just a bunch of CT swinging together. Gives them the man advantage, but this is where some of these Avant players could actually find the timings. Unfortunately, Ofnu is punished once again by Alistair. He's just got that AWP poked on the line, and the man's just running around killing everyone. 12 and 3 for him. Another great map.
So I was taking a look at that boost again. That's the second time we've seen that boost from Avant, the run boost, I mean, in mid.
Yes. And
it's actually the second time that Sterling's gone bumping into the box, so I wonder if that's like a by design kind of thing.
Headbutt the box?
Yeah, just stop in that position for some reason in particular.
Can't get flicked if you just suddenly stop for no reason. It's like you're still carrying on with your wrist, and it's like, wait, why did you just hit an object?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you could ask him about it.
Maybe he just loves boxes. Still is full sending it, which is great.
Just loves smashing boxes.
Yeah.
Hit boxes.
Yes, hitting boxes.
Straight into the B side again.
Yep.
I mean, Avant's going to get another bomb plant down here, but for all the good it seems to be doing...
I mean, it doesn't really matter, I don't think.
See how they can hold this B bomb site. You know the B site's sometimes a bit difficult to retake, but against pistols, Order should be fine here. Eagle in hand for Sterling, and Azza's done some pretty decent work with the Tech-9 to get 1 frag. Sterling hides in the smoke. If he kills Ricky, bomb's not actually planted for him, so it would still be pretty impossible to win the round, but again, would have been some nice damage, which again, Avant doesn't really get.
It's 4 alive for Order. They're up 8 and 3. They're looking pretty fantastic. I think Avant needs to take a pause and have a chat about what's going on.
And honestly, that Order have kind of identified the fact that Avant are going very heavy towards this mid-B side, and they're really starting to take mid as a priority for a lot of these buy rounds. So a couple of good utility being used, I think, at the right time. And I would say for Avant, it might be a good idea to start looking towards the A side. It really hasn't been explored too much so far this entire half.
Maybe. Ofnu's copped himself an HE grenade trying to go for a bit of exploration over there. Much more held back default from Avant this time. 1 for 1 so far, but Gyro's going to pick up APOC. So again, it's a man advantage for Order. Not unwinnable for Avant. They do have Hazza prodding around in middle.
Ooh, has he got the timing here onto Ustillo? Maybe just. Whew. That's a difficult aim duel to win, but Hazza makes it look way easier than it should have been. So now Avant need to be prepared for aggression from Connector, and that catches Gyro off guard. Ofnu is traded back, but that's the info for Sterling, and he's made himself a nice sandwich. Salami? Cheese? How do you feel about that?
Probably not.
Okay, what's on your sandwich, Pilsy? Alistair getting a 2K. How about that? That sounds like a pretty good sandwich, but Order won't be able to have their sandwich and eat it this time. As I saves the AWP. It's a close round for Avant, but at least it's a round.
Doesn't matter how you get the round at the end of the day. Scrap your way through it. Just grab them while you can on the T side, and when it comes to the CT, kind of reset the momentum from there.
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this is obviously a map where the halves are generally close. But T-side is definitely, you know, if the momentum's rolling with you, where you can get a lot of rounds. However, Order, I feel like have definitely been controlling the momentum of this game. This is where that could start to change. You know, it's round 13, you're up 8-4 for Order. They just lost that last round in a situation where they probably should have been favoured. This is where this double up could start to be expensive for them and actually bite them in the butt a little.
So Noobs is just the bait at the moment. He's drawing so much attention. You can see already 3 players rotating across to here. He's going to spot out Jara. The more time he buys for this A-side rotate, the easier it's going to be, but it just comes down to timing at the moment for the peaks for Order.
Avant have really conditioned Order to expect that B push. This time, I'm not sure it's worked out so perfectly for Avant. They've got some positioning, but Order's also pretty quick on the rotate, and Valiant's under balcony. Good spot to hold from. Won't get too much done, but numbers are being traded back effectively by Order, and Ricky is so solid at the moment with the AWP. That could have definitely worked out for Avant, but I think Order really cottoned onto it a little bit quicker than Avant was maybe banking on. Now Sterling, 1-on-3, but again, Ricky hits a good shot. And you talked about the double AWPs, Pilsky. Well, I have to say it was the double AWP that got Order through that round.
Oh man, it's Ali.
Yeah, it could have been what bankrupted them though if they didn't pick that round up. Now Avant, I'm expecting probably a half buy into a full buy to close this half out. And this is where that half buy call could make a bit of a difference. Once again, you know, I talked about it that last round of Train. You against the double AWP, you throw the right half buy strategy at the right time, you can win these rounds pretty easily. Just need that pistoling player in the right position. All of a sudden you get your hands on a couple of rifles.
Just comes down to this timing right now. Deagle at close range against Ricky, who has no idea that Noobs has crept this close.
Yeah. Could be a roughie. Noobs is being very patient indeed.
Oh my goodness. Oh, he's been spotted.
No.
Unfortunate.
In the meanwhile, you had a jungle boost where the other AWPer was trying to be caught off guard, but both of the AWPers passed their test with flying colours, and that's exactly what Offnu's doing, flying out of Palace at the moment with the Deagle.
Oh, he gets Valiance as well. I was going to say that's the important pick. The guy in A ramp, if Valiant survives there, it's surely not a winnable round for Avant. They just can't cross into sight. But now...
Yeah, good flashes on the line, pushing that CT AWPer off, which allows the bomb plant for triple. Offnu's picked himself up yet another flash over there towards ramp, which, if put to good use, could actually be a bit of a differentiating factor. Hazza now exploring mid. It's got a good bomb plant here, but there's a smoke for connector for Alistair, which will block off Hazza's vision.
Offnu's also going to be... blocked off in A ramp, but APOC can make the difference. He's the player in jungle, has a Deagle in hand, and time is really running down now for Order. They are about to run out of time, but Alistair somehow spotted off. Hazza can't get it done. What has happened there? Was there just a...
Could he see him?
Yeah, I mean, there must have been something sort of peeking through the smoke. An arm, a shoulder, I don't know. But Order win the round.
No idea.
20 bomb fouls, Detho.
Big performance.
Big series so far. He actually had a pretty good train game.
Yeah, he did.
I think he must have...
No, the leg. His little toes. Little toes.
That's why you don't wear jeans. You wear black pants to camouflage into the smoke.
Should have clipped his toenails before coming into the game.
It's true.
Just a little toenail hanging out.
That's it. Disgusting.
Well,
man, dominant performance from Order so far.
Yeah, could have been, you know, a really good half for Avant actually, because there was a lot of rounds that sort of felt like they were on a knife's edge, but Order's won them all.
It's true, yeah. At the same time, though, sometimes you see these CT sides from Order. On Inferno, you know, some other maps, you just see a very, very dominant one-sided scoreline. You've got one white hair in your fringe, Jordan. You're getting old, mate.
I am getting old, and it's not just one white hair. I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
There's
really?
a lot more. Not in the fringe, but in the the sideburns.
You're gonna have a grey. You're gonna have a grey streak in your hair
I'm
soon.
getting grey. Yeah, I'm gonna be a silver fox. You know, Pilsky.
Oh, okay.
Bit of grey here and there, salt and pepper. Love it.
Sure, I'm sure Sarah will love to hear that.
She does. We've got some internet issues. Ricky
It's
is
okay,
the one
Noobstar. Don't cry, man.
who's
It's
resetting.
alright. There you go. Mac's not here to tell us to stay hydrated. So
your
luckily,
duty now?
Offnu's got it. I will oblige.
Heard that. Little squeak.
Yeah, I got one of those straw bottles.
One of them straw bottles. New technology. Give us another. Give us
Give us a sip.
Oh my god, that's just the sound of hydration. It's beautiful.
Doesn't that just make you thirsty?
That's why the viewers are tuning into IEM Beijing, honestly.
Okay. Well, I don't know what else to do in a technical pause, really.
What do you mean? We can talk about good times. We can actually talk about Beijing a little bit.
Beijing. I've never been to Beijing.
I've
been
never
to
been.
Shanghai.
Mm.
Shanghai was quite nice.
Long time
I
ago,
heard
actually, I've
they-
been to Beijing.
I saw a post that said they have KFC cars that drive around and give people KFC.
For free.
Yeah, no, it's
no,
it's
you
like
buy
a it's like a
It's like a
little
fast
vending
food
machine.
stall on wheels.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty
Interesting
cool.
concept. I feel like that only works in China where there's just so many people around. I guess it probably could work in like some of the big cities in America as well. But
Yeah.
you need a lot of foot traffic to make that work, right? Where people, I guess you like hail the car and say, I want to buy KFC. It's
Yeah.
like hailing
Well,
a taxi.
it's a robot. There's no one
Yeah.
in the car.
Oh my god!
It probably just like sits at a corner where you just can't. There's no KFC.
It just
wanna be
gets better and
serviced.
better.
There's no one in the car, Jordan. Don't be silly.
Let's
Come on,
not-
it's 2020.
Let's all move to China. Bloody hell. They've got robot KFC cars in China.
It is a robot, of course, Jordan. I mean, I don't know.
You
what
didn't
were
specify.
picturing.
You just said it was a car. I thought there's a person driving this car and
Oh, mate.
selling people KFC, but now
It's a
I'm told it's a robot.
All right, back into the action. No more cheeky talks about chicken or whatnot. Into the final round of the half, and Gyro is actually going to go for the underpass aggression alongside with the Stilo.
Yeah, it's a bit of a change-up, and the anti-flash position from Gyro, or maybe he was flash. He's going to try and wide swing and clean up APOC, which does end up working out for Ustillo, who's still down there, but he's pinned in. 3 players from Avant at top middle now.
Oh, flashes do go through. Valiance is just fully blind. I think that was actually a team flash that hit him, but either way, Avant's not going to take advantage of it. Luckily, they get the trade, but they've lost a lot of HP in doing so, and Rookie is a turret at the moment with the AWP. There's the half done and dusted. Well, we just had a tech pause. Now we're going to have the halftime break. Don't go too far away. We'll be back pretty quick this time.
They say that we're too young. Can we go back? Can we go back? Won't fall apart. Don't let my heart break. Can we go back? Can we go back? Like we're 17 and we're not afraid. I know that we're not sober, but shut up and pull me closer. Yeah, holding me still too far away. Even when we're older, I promise that I'll still hold you like we're 17 and we're not afraid. Will you follow me under when I'm crumbling? Every night I wonder, will it ever end? Sometimes I can barely breathe, dear. Sometimes I don't wanna be here. Sometimes I don't wanna be here.
As is always the case in this matchup between AVANT and Order, you cannot count out the team that lost the first map. In that instance, it was Order, and now they're up 11-4 on Mirage, despite Mirage being the map choice of AVANT. It really is a matchup that just can go either way, the toss of a coin sometimes. CT half for Order was very, very good though. Orps were the standout in my opinion. Alistair with 20 frags and Ricky with 15. AVANT just didn't seem to have an answer, but they move on to their own CT side now. And 11-4, it's enough rounds to play with for AVANT if they win the pistol.
Well, smoke on towards jungle's side, but it's not going to be an A hit as Order goes straight up middle, but Haz is already in ladder and he's doing some pretty decent damage with the P2000. His short split's just going absolutely nowhere. It's the exact same pistol that we saw in the start of the game. One team rushes B and just gets absolutely mopped.
What do you say about that?
Go next.
Brutal, savage, wrecked. No bomb plan either, so I'd see the force buy. Order have a lot of rounds to work with, but maybe this is the pump up for AVANT.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they took a trip to the KFC robot, got the energy levels up, and they're ready to get rolling. Actually, it's Order who go for the second round buy this time. Force buying the Deagles. That's interesting.
There it goes. Nice little Deagles. I've got a M4. Dinks Valiant as well.
No respect. Straight up middle by himself. I mean, he's got his teammates covering underpass and stuff, so, you know.
It's like Apoc's just known for being a tactical genius. He's known for his signature to push against Deagles and just headshot people.
Push top mid, then go peek Palace.
Top fire GL for sure.
Is it a dumb play if you've got a weaponry advantage? I mean, not in this case. It's going pretty well for AVANT.
It's an MP9 lost, but that's not a huge deal at all.
No!
Not the MP9!
Someone stop him! Well, as long as they keep the FAMASs and the M4.
Just lose it from us though. You don't really need it.
Yeah.
Just get rid of it. Like, when you think about it, when you keep it from us after winning a few rounds, it's just like, well, what was really the point? You didn't get to use it, and you're going to use it against AKs, which is like...
I can't wait to fight someone with an AK and die. It's going to be fun.
I thought you were the...
Done 76 in 1, guys. I dinked him.
I've hit him for 70. Through the 73.
I thought you were the Galil hater, Kev, not the FAMAS
No,
hater.
we hate the FAMAS even more.
Yeah.
I hate the FAMAS even more.
All my homies and me hate the FAMAS and Galil.
Yeah.
You just hate both of them.
What I like is an A4 from
So
APOC.
you're talking about, like, you're sort of saying there's this sort of master race when it comes to guns. Is that's
Yes.
what I'm kind of
Yep.
hearing from you?
So
guys?
Bison is actually a lot better.
It's a tier list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bison is S+.
All right, so all guns
Bison.
matter, but just some are better than others.
No. No, all guns do not matter.
Okay, which ones don't matter?
The FAMAS.
So what you are saying is there is a master race.
Yes.
Yeah. I would actually take the M249 over the FAMAS. I'll put it that way.
Jesus Christ. Do not follow this man's advice. Order, they're going to have to take another save.
Noobs has got only a P250.
Yeah, that's fine.
So AVANT really is saving a lot. You know, how about a FAMAS in this round, Kev? That looks pretty good.
No, actually, it's not.
No.
I'll show you why. He's going to get 1 kill at most. It's actually going to APOC that gets the most here.
I think you might be wrong.
Seems okay. I mean,
Hey,
look, the
got
FAMAS is
two.
a good weapon.
It's a tie!
It's a tie. FAMAS as good as M4.
Easy clap.
There you
And
go.
it was all Newstillo's fault. You know, if there was 5 players to kill, either APOC or Ofnu would have got 1. That was the tiebreaker.
I reckon the A4 would have gotten it.
I reckon
Does
the
that mean
FAMAS would have
does
got
that mean we ask you, Silo, who won?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll hit him up on the
The
corner.
fastest round one in round time, right? That's the home team, isn't it?
That was probably that round.
Yeah.
Silliness aside, we do have Order into their first gun round here, looking to try to chip down that CT economy because AVANT's got a fair bit of money, about 5 grand across 4 of their players, minus the alt being bought. Order just walking through underpass. It's a 1-3-1, but not going through top middle. Instead, just making their way through underpass. Now you're seeing Alistair start to support, maybe help them creep out, and that's exactly what it is. It's just a creep from Order, not using any utility. All of them still with full belts of utility. Valiant starts with 4 grenades in hand, double Molotov in towards
How?
window,
He's
but
how?
they can't kill APOC! Kill him!
He's still fighting! You can't stop the POC! Oh my god, he was standing in a Molotov for like...
He's standing in 2. Alistair threw one from top mid as well.
Well, that's even worse.
Oh, man.
Well, Bomb's lost at mid. Sure, Astillo's got this position in jungle, but has spotted him out. Still trying to fight it, and I would have said that earlier on. If he had an M4, that would have been a kill for Hazard.
Okay.
And this is now where it starts getting a bit more exciting. Ricky also makes that mid-game play.
Now
Picks off
Offnu's got a
Sterling.
Famous under balcony, and that's where he's hit someone twice. He gets 2 things. Look how much of a struggle it is to get these kills.
What do you mean?
Alright, this
Easiest
is-
kills of their life. 2 FAMASas. 2 FAMASas beat 2 AKs. I mean, I don't think you can get any clearer evidence that the FAMAS is obviously the best gun in the game.
Best gun in the game.
Well, I mean, it just won the round.
What actually is the best gun in the game?
The AWP.
The AWP?
Yeah.
I disagree.
AWP or the AK?
Cost weight, I disagree. Cost way too much.
Well, the AK costs too much.
Yeah.
What's the best gun? Deagle?
Deagle is definitely the best gun in the game.
Cost effective, maybe.
$700, 1 shot
But you
to the
can't
head, 2 shots close
no,
range.
You can't objectively say that Deagle is a better gun.
It is a better gun,
No, you're saying cost effective it is.
maybe.
But in terms of just the gun in general.
Oh.
I mean, this is a round that can really swing back in the favor of Order, but it comes down to this mid play coming out from Hazard. I was going to say,
See,
it could have gone somewhere.
You're talking, Kevin, but all I'm seeing is that Offnu has an M4 instead of a Famous now, which means he's fragging
What
even
is
harder.
that, man?
Okay, this game definitely getting close now. I think Order, they went for a hard read in that first gun round, right? I saw 5 people with 4 grenades each, and not a single grenade was used. I saw old mates all creeping up underpass, trying to boost into window. And look, unfortunate set of circumstances. Definitely should have created APOC out.
The thing is, now Order have actually given AVANT a very real possibility of winning on this CT side. Order could have completely crushed AVANT's economy. The map could pretty much be over by this point. But we've essentially seen exactly what happened in the first half, where Order got off to such a great start, built money up early in the half, and they got the dividends from that returning through the later stages of the half. The same now is afforded to AVANT.
Potentially. Depends how these next couple of rounds go. Order a very slow approach, just taking their time. Now you're going to see the smoke into window from Alistair. Apply a little bit of pressure to middle as he works it with Valiance. Now the double push into A ramp actually from AVANT. As that smoke starts to clear, they take a pretty important part of the map here. Order going for mid control at about a minute on the clock. See if they can get someone in window or connector. And with the 50 seconds on the clock, Order are still split up all over the map. Smoke goes into window. Ricky has been mollied out of Palace. Looks like an A split, but I don't know how well that's going to work with 2 players sitting into ramp, and you've already got Sterling on towards that CT angle. You've got one in window. Are they going to go up catwalk?
I think this is a good call at this stage. They've baited enough, I think, towards A, and now it's only Noobster that's over here. So, I mean, Offnu, he's going to start things off quite nicely, but the trades so far working quite well for AVANT, but they've been pulled off the B side. Only Noobster here. He's going to drop utility just to buy a little bit of time, and out he spots Valiance, drops the bomb carrier, but there's still plenty of time for the T's to get on the site.
Oh, is
Is
there?
there?
There's only 10 seconds left. Ustillo's going to have to plant the bomb. Ali needs
Great
to hit
cover.
this shot, and he does. It's still winnable for Order. I can't believe it. Noobster hit such a great shot coming out from the market, but now challenging this angle against an AWP, not going to be easy. AVANT, they have to push up, and Alistair is going to make short work of Offnu. It's on to APOC, who did have a very nice round already on the CT side. I think he spotted the gun barrel there as well, and he suspects exactly where Alistair is. But time is of the essence. Alistair's going to get all the way out into market. The defuse is not on. Now it is, but APOC, he's going to have to sit it. Alistair's won the round. I don't know what's going on here.
Yep, APOC unfortunately just couldn't get onto the site on time.
That was like
And
a
Alistair
that was
plays
like
it well.
a one-head move from Alistair, just running into market.
I
with the bombs
honestly
not
thought
planted for him.
APOC was just going to hold that
I thought he was going to
defuse.
stick it, and then he was like, wait, he's not going to just let me win the round, is he? I should probably get off the bomb now. Oh, man.
Great cover coming out from
Yes.
Alistair, and you can see that he was hyped up afterwards as well. That's a huge
Oh,
round.
what is
cover.
that?
That's a huge shot.
Oh, what a
Can we
bloody
get some alley
round.
pogs in chat?
You knew that had to be a dirty shot, but that one was like, how's that even not a wallbang, you know?
That was gross. That was filthy.
Well, it's rounds like that that win and lose you a map. And Order definitely needed to win that round.
It could still go either way, man. Like,
I
here's
know,
the
but-
thing, right? Order, that comes down to a 1v1. They've got no cash. They've got very little util. AWP wasn't retained. Avant, they win this round. Then they put Order on an eco. They have a chance to build up that CT economy again. This is going to be a critical round because this could be the round where Order secures themselves a 14-9 scoreline, or Avant starts to make this, again, get a little bit more back and forth.
Fast out into A, might just work out off Nuke. Going to be tested. Where's the flashbangs to assist him right now? It has to be a chain of utility being used, and there it is, but it just comes a little bit too late. Ricky spots out the CT before the flashbang blooms, should I say. And Avant surely have to save here. They have to concede. There's just no map control over here. Order, pick it up with a fast full send into A, but it works in absolute charm.
Yeah, and this might not actually be a reset because they've got a little bit of loss bonus built up. Avant, Offnu's got 1,800 in the bank account. They could probably put together another buy next round if they want to.
How quickly the tables turn, though. It looked like Avant was completely in control of this half, and then 2 very quick rounds like that for Order. All of a sudden, Avant's on the back foot. 13 rounds going to be up for Order. Time's running out for Avant. You're talking about a win from behind on the CT side as well, Pilsky, and I know how much you hate those. So it's definitely not an easy task here for Avant. I think they've still got it in them. A couple of these rounds have looked very, very close, but that's the thing. It's like all it takes is one, maybe 2 rounds here for Order, and then Avant's money's sort of broken, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, well, that ended with a 16-9.
All of the guns retained for Order. They build up a very strong economy for themselves. They're up 13-9. I'd say they're in the pole position to win this game. Whereas Avant, I think this just has to be a save around the 3 guns, right? Noobs to drops of Famis. They are buying. They got to win back-to-back gun rounds. If they don't win this round cleanly, you know, that's where the economy starts to get very, very dicey for Avant. You know, not only do they have to, like you said, this is where the CT side comebacks suck, because not only do they have to win these rounds, but they have to do so cleanly, because if it comes down to these clutches, comes down to 2 players surviving, they have pretty weak buys, whereas Order, they win that round almost instantly, getting the entries into the A-bomb site, and they survive with all 5 alive, so they've got the economy to be able to recover from a loss or 2, and also the round score buffer. Big 4 in the lead.
I hope they're not repeating the same thing. I'd like to see a bit of adaptation.
Yeah, they're going towards middle. They're trying to force the connector player to rotate off and create space to come up catwalk, and it's exactly what's happened here.
Haz is keeping an eye on things, but he's aware that he might be in a dangerous spot and does just get out in time. Oh, that's magnificent. Almost for Hazza. The 2K. To be able to survive even there, though, was quite good indeed. It's not favoured Order too substantially, but the numbers are there for them.
Gyro just makes a mid-round call straight back up towards A, though. The man snuck up through a connector. Now he's got eyes on the murder hole. Smoke goes up onto the site, flash over the top for the CT player, and they can try to put the bomb down, but unfortunately the bomb goes back through the smoke, and APOC just welcomes it with open arms. Now he's got control of that, and things get a little bit dicier in the 3-on-2 for Order.
It's a tough one from here, I think, for APOC, though, because he's just got to wonder where can they be coming from.
Actually like this. Give up that bomb control. Your teammate's not in the position to trade you, so he's going to try and loop back around with Sterling. If he tries to hold on to control of that bomb, that's where Order can sneak up and try to trade, similar to what you're seeing in CT here.
Oh.
Couldn't get the quick scope off. Gyro snaps his head off, and now APOC's got to complete a 1-on-3, but at least he knew where the bomb was a little while ago, and he knows that Gyro's in CT at least.
Oh, he spots Ali for free. The kill doesn't come through, but at the very least, a chance. APOC's the kind of guy that can win that round, but not this time.
That's the reset. They got to take a single save here, Avant. Maybe buy up a couple of pistols. And Order another round where they have a couple of guns up. If they can complete a clean anti-eco here, they're putting themselves on map point. 6-round buffer and a good economy to boot. Couldn't be in much better of a position to close Mirage out and put us through onto the 3rd map of Dust 2.
APOC's got that MP9 in hand. He's looking to get aggressive on the back of this, but Alistair is going to be in the position to kind of hold off. A couple of pistols. Surely this is not the round that you drop as Order. Not against a couple of Deagles, USPs, and an MP9.
I don't need to remind you surely, Kev, about that round on train.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They cannot drop this.
That's a bit different circumstance, though. They've got a lot more room to work with this game than they did at 14-14.
It really feels like a few of these rounds just could have gone the way of Avant. But here we are with Order 5-round advantage on Mirage. And probably a third map in this series. Apoc's close with an MP9 though, and the damage that he can sometimes wreak with that weapon is fairly substantial. It's going to be required this time, and only the one frag for him. So nothing to get too excited about for Avant. USPs only, Sterling and Noobster. Well, it was a deagle for Noobster, but it really didn't matter what gun it was. And 15-9's the scoreline. Order put themselves one round away from securing the third map.
And I think we're going to Dust too. This is, I feel like, a very difficult situation for Avant to kind of claw back. I mean, Sterling's kind of been nullified this entire map. Only 8 kills. That's not normal for Sterling, who's generally one of the top performers for Avant.
Well, Order in the pole position now to close it. See what they are going to be doing. Quick smoke into window is the 1-3-1 instead of the creep up underpass. They're just barreling straight down middle. They want to take a duel with this connector player, and they're going to be able to do it and win both of them to boot as well. A 2-man advantage until Hazard gets rolling from short, but he goes down as well. Just such snappy trades from Order. In the first 20 seconds of the round, they've just made so much happen.
Hard to think that Avant will come back from this one now, but that's the way that they need to start if they were going to. Sterling catches Gyra. Noobster still over on the B-bomb site, and in fact, Sterling's starting to make his way there as well. So this could be a pretty nice call from Avant if they get their timing right, and it looks like Sterling might just be able to as that smoke does fade. Alistair's watching it. Turns out the timing was right for Alistair, not for Sterling. And Order with the heads-up play, recognizing that if Sterling's headed in the B-bomb site direction, Noobster's probably there as well. And they're over to A, so they'll get a plant down here for free. Noobster spots Alistair though. And can Noobster be the hero again for Avant?
He has no kit. He's at least allowed to reposition, and the bomb doesn't go down for quite a while, so he has plenty of time to be able to take a different angle. Make sure that they're not playing deep in CT, and now going to get a little bit closer up towards the jungle side.
A lot of util to play with, but making a lot of noise, and that will be it.